Good morning. I am Kate Jerez Luna from BSc 2-10. Today I'm gonna report the biosocial and evolutionary theory. We will start with the biosocial theory. According to biosocial criminology, biological factors influence criminal behavior in addition to environmental and social factors. According to studies, the interaction of biological and social factors creates the ideal environment for an individual to develop criminal behavior. Biosocial theories attempt to explain why a person commits a crime based on biological and environmental factors. Sinasabi dito na yung biosocial criminology or biosocial theory is ine-embrace niya yung variety or yung iba't ibang pananaw na nagsisik to explain the connection between humans' behavior and genes, evolution, neurobiology, and other factors. Based din po sa research ko, yung biosocial theory, wala siyang long history ng field ng criminology. Pero yung advance ng technology, nakagawa siya ng access para ma-explore lalo yung biosocial criminology. Next is biosocial theory approaches or yung mga area na sakop ng biosocial theory. The behavioral genetics, neuroscience, and the evolutionary psychology. First is behavioral genetics. Behavioral genetics is the study of relative contribution of heredity and environment to behavioral and personality. Characteristic is known as behavior genetics. Genes and environments work together to develop any traits, height, weight, IQ, impulsiveness, blood sugar levels, blood pressure, and so on that make up the person. So dito po sa behavioral genetics, nag-attempt po siya ng explain how much of traits or behavior variation can be attributed to genetic factors. Yung behavioral genetics po kasi nagpe-play siya ng role na criminal behavior. Ito po kasi ay important source of influence known as a variety of mental disorder such as schizophrenia, depression, and anxiety disorders may increase the risk certain individual to criminal behavior. For example, it's a person genes directly cause him or her to aggressive behavior, including violence against others. Parents and children will display similarities in this area
of behavior.
Second one is the evolutionary theory. Evolutionary psychology investigates human behavior through the lens of an evolutionary theoretical frameworks attempt to explain human behavior. Through the lens of human evolutionary history, evolutionary psychology supplements behavior genetics by explaining how the genes of interest become present in the first place. Evolutionary theory is a broad-based belief that certain types of sexual behavior and genetical encode and passed down from the generation to generation by the process of evolution, natural sex, and survival. Evolutionary theory seeks to explain criminal behavior by focusing on the ultimate cause of species-specific characteristic. Dito naman po, yung goal ng evolutionary psychology is to explain why a traits of behavior emerge and remain as a result of natural selection. Yung evolution theory na nag-attempt po siya explain yung criminal behavior by focusing on the ultimate cause of species-specific characteristic. Based po ulit sa research ko, yung evolutionary theory po, mahirap po siya talaga siya i-explain. Fully kasi po, each crime commit po is different. And so it's the individual making it more difficult po to understand how our genetic imprints influence our actions. Ellis and Walsh both believed that there were specific gene patterns that could be used to determine why someone did what they did. Rape is an example of this theory in action. According to Akers, this is an evolutionary thesis because the rapist genes are more likely to be hereditary. Last one naman po is the neuroscience. Another approach is to investigate the link between neuropsychology and criminality. Measured level of neurotransmitters such as serotonin and dopamine, for example, and have been linked to criminal behavior. Sa neuroscience science naman po, ina-explain kung paano yung structure and function ng brain ay related sa traits and behavior. Ito rin po ay understand, predict, and prevent crime. While these approaches differ greatly, one fact remains: neither environmental or biological explanation for human behavior are sufficient on their own. Rather, the complex interaction between environments and biology is critical to advancing knowledge about the causes and the latents of violent and criminal behavior. That's all for Biosocial Theory. I hope you understand and learned something from my report.